the USA, so a city called California, or they call it a state. I rented this vehicle. In order to rent a vehicle in the state, you need to be over 21 years old, and you must have at least 1 year your license. So you cannot get a car if it's less than a year. So for me, I got my license over 26 years. I'm a driver instructor in the UK, and let's see what it's like driving in the States. So the roads are massive, as we all know, and they have different rules. I've done a little bit of a research. They have the crossroad, which they call it intersection. With the intersection, you have to look out for the oncoming traffic, and you must give way to the oncoming vehicles. And a lot of areas, they have the stop sign. Now on the stop sign, you must stop for 2 to 3 seconds before going ahead or before proceeding. So let's get to it. At the moment, I'm gonna head towards the shopping mall. So I'm driving an automatic vehicle as well, so I'm gonna start the car. The engine is on, so the gear stick is right here, so you got the close to the steering. So set up into drive, and you must remain doing all your checks regardless where you going to be driving. So since I am parked up right here, so I'm still have to do my blind spot checks as well. So doing all those checks, going to go right, and then I'm going to be turning, hopefully. Let's see where the sat-nav is.
At the lights, turn right onto East Bradley Avenue, then turn left to merge onto CA 67 North.
So we're going to be turning left, and at the traffic light we're going to be turning right. So we're coming onto the main road. We're going to be peeping and creeping. So you're literally going to do everything that everything is exactly like the same as the UK. The only thing here is they use the kilometers instead of the miles, and yeah, that's about it, to be honest. And let's see what's new, what that's different. So all good to proceed. So the lane now is going to split hopefully into 3 lanes. So now at the traffic light, I'm going to be turning right, inside right, signal right after the Shell petrol station, and then there's a sign here that's telling us on red you cannot turn right. So what happens here is when the traffic light is red ahead, so which is the main traffic light, the primary light, normally you can turn right if there is no oncoming vehicles on your left hand side. So you gotta look to your left hand side. If it's clear, there's nobody, you can go through red lights. But with this sign showing up here on the right, we must come to a full stop, and then we must go when the light becomes green regardless. Yeah, and then here hopefully we're going to be going straight ahead. So, and you must always give yourself a good following distance, you and the car in front of you, so that you can see the tire all the tarmac. Now we are going to be going straight ahead. I'm really excited, honestly. This is amazing. The roads looks massive, the car looks massive as well. Check all 3 mirrors, and then here we're going to be going straight ahead. So, and then every 5 seconds check the inside mirror as well to see what's behind you. So yeah,
at the lights, turn left to merge onto CA 67 North.
So I'm going to be going towards the north. So it's about 20 minutes of drive to the destination that I want to go to. So pause the light. So the next set of traffic light, I'm going to be turning left. Inside left, signal left. So we need to signal because it's going to benefit other road users. And we are turning left. So I'm unable to go. So I'm going to come to stop on the advanced stop line as well. So which is literally in front of me. There's a young man that is crossing from the traffic light. There's another rules that they have here in the US. The rule is if the light is red, especially for the pedestrians, and they try to cross, so they can get a fine. I don't know how much the fine is. You'll probably be looking over $100. Now they need to cross through green light, so there's a light change. They need to be patient, they need to wait for their turn. I think it's called jaywalk or something like this. So it's a very strict rule as well, and for the drivers as well, the rules applies the same as well. If anyone is about to cross this middle way, you can't honk at them, you need to be patient, you need to wait for them as well. So this, to us in the UK, is literally a crossroad. So the sign on top of it is telling us that you cannot do a U-turn. Now you can go straight, you can go left, but you cannot go right, and you cannot do a U-turn. So all good to go, all three mirror checked, and going to go left. So we're gonna be joining the freeway. So this is a freeway. So you can see an arrow that we are going to be joining the freeway, and we're going to be going towards the left.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 2 to merge onto CA 52 West.
So I'm going to be following 52 West. So I'm going to be remaining in my lane. So that lane, this lane will literally take me to the 52 West. It says only as well with 2 arrows. So the right and the left lane will go.
Take the exit,
right.
Then keep left to merge onto CA 52 West.
So now I'm going to be merging over to the left. So then the left, there's 2
Keep
lanes
left to
well.
merge onto CA 52
So
West.
I'm going to remain in my lane because both of these lanes will take me towards the west. And the speed limit here is 65 miles per hour. So that's the speed limit. You cannot go over the speed limit. So it's a bit of a bend as well. So every 5 seconds inside mirror, look ahead of you, look at the broken white light, discipline yourself as well so that you can remain in your own lane, so you don't go in anyone's lane. You might come across some drivers that will be driving so bad, but just focus about yourself.
In about 13 miles, take the exit to merge onto junction I-805.
So I'm going to be merging into junction 105. So let's see. So we got 13 miles to drive before I even start merging to the right. So here I can move over to the left lane, or I can remain in my lane. So it all depends on the speed limit. So it's a 55 miles an hour, and I'm driving about that speed. So I can't go faster than that, otherwise I'll be breaking the law. So there's a couple of things that I've figured out that in the USA, you know, you gotta obey the rules and everything. You have to comply, and it is not that hard, to be honest, because the road here is especially, it's amazing, it's wonderful, it's massive, and they also have sort of a rush hour as well, so which is the peak hours. So literally it turns out to be around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So yeah, the speed limit is going to change to 65 now, so another 10 has added from the 55. I can increase a little bit. And for trucks, the speed limit is 55 maximum. So there's a speed limit for truck drivers, and there's a speed limit for other road users, van as well as cars and motorbikes, or motorcycle, should I say motorcycle? Yeah. And you know the funny thing that I come across, I hope I'll see that along the drive. So on the freeway, cyclists can make the use as well, but where they're allowed to ride the cycle, it's the hard shoulder. I took some pictures earlier on. That's when I wasn't driving, so a friend of mine was driving, and I'm gonna try to post that as well. And they're allowed to undertake you. That's not illegal. It's legal in the USA, but in the UK that's not allowed. So undertaking, what I mean by that is, like, let's say the slow vehicle is driving slow, I'm gonna move over to the left in the fast lane, and then after that I can move back to the right, and then even if there was several lanes, I could have done the same thing as well. Good. That's called the undertaking. That's absolutely fine. So I think in the UK, it's mainly some drivers, they will be driving in the middle of the road and they don't like to move over to the right. So mainly we call them hoggers. But in the USA, if anyone does that, you can just undertake them. You don't have to wait for them or hold back. You can literally undertake them from the right and come back to the left, and vice versa as well. If they are to the left, you can undertake them from left and then come back to the right. It all depends what speed they're driving. And you know what it is, in the USA, they have multiple lanes. They have like over 6 lanes, which is amazing, honestly. So we got 16 minutes left, which is 8.8 miles remaining until we get to the destination. I'm literally loving it. I'm enjoying it. So the drive is amazing. So coming back on the traffic on the left hand side, it's getting piled up. There's a huge traffic going on. And by the way, I forgot to tell you guys, the time is only 4 p.m. So as I said, it can get very busy. It can get a lot of traffic as well around this time. And this is Wednesday as well. Now, is it better driving in the USA or is it better driving in the UK? So to me, to be honest, I love the UK. I don't mind driving in the USA, but I prefer the UK. The rules, the law, everything, the way it's been set, it's been put in place, it's just amazing. And I love the roads, to be honest. I literally miss the UK roads already. Although I'm here, so yeah. So on the right hand side, you can see a cyclist from the camera, the front one. So they can use the freeway, the hard shoulder, but that cyclist specifically, it's coming back the opposite direction. It's supposed to be in that lane, to be honest, but yeah. So literally they can use bike, so they can go on both sides. Sorry, my bad. There was a sign there, so cyclists can go in both ways, in both directions. So I don't want to be too close to the white car in front of me, so I'm gonna hold back a bit and maybe I'm gonna undertake him. So I'm just waiting to be clear. So with the undertaking, this is what you can do. So you can check center right, move over to the right, undertake him, and then come back to the left. So you'll be probably wondering, why is he in the middle lane if he doesn't go that fast? So in the UK, this is what we call hoggers. So they don't want to get off the middle lane to the right lane, which they should. And since they're not doing so, you can cut them from the right and go in front of them, literally. See, that white car is gonna undertake the vehicle on the left, perhaps, maybe, unless he's coming off the exit. Although they have to obey the correct speed limits, but some they do, some they don't. Center left, come over to the left. Let's overtake this truck. So center mirror, right mirror, signal left. Now a lot of drivers in the US that I've noticed recently is they do not signal when they are changing lanes. They just change their lanes without any signal. So that's not good. Well, they should signal, but a lot of the drivers, they do not signal.
Stay in the left 2 lanes.
So left 2 lanes, center mirror, left mirror, signal left. Move over to the left because I have to stay in the left-hand lane. Right away, I'm using a Google map as well. I just put the address to the destination that I'm heading to. So I literally want to go to the mall. They go to Westfield in California, and I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna grab a coffee as well, have something to drink. I'm here on holiday as well. So this has been an amazing trip to the USA for me, and perhaps I might be coming back as well, going to create more content as well. Yeah. So in 2 miles, we're gonna be turning right. We're gonna be coming off.
In 2 miles, take the exit to merge onto junction I-805.
Junction 805. There is a lot of argument recently that I've come across in the USA. So when it comes to steering, many say you gotta hold both hands on the steering. Some say you can use one hand, like driving with one hand, and some say, you know, as long as you're in control, yes, you can make the use of one hand, but the moment you lose control, that's gonna be bad. So it's almost similar to the UK as well. So we've always been told to the students to use both hands on the steering, unless you have full control and you are changing the gear, especially if you're doing a manual lesson, then that's absolutely fine. But as long as you have control over the steering, no problem.
Hazard reported ahead on CA52 West in half a mile. You're still on the fastest route.
So there's a hazard ahead of us according to Google Map, and let's see what the hazard.
Use the right 2 lanes to take the exit to merge onto junction I-805.
It could be a car that might have broken down, or it could be an accident. It could be many things. So junction.
Take the exit, then keep right to merge onto I-805 North.
So if I'm going to be keeping myself right.
Keep right to merge onto I-805 North.
Okay, that's fine. I'm literally going to place myself on the right. So that is going to be towards 805 Los Angeles. So another 3 more miles and we will be arriving in Westfield. So I'm going to stay in my lane. So
in 1.7 miles, take exit 25B towards La Jolla Village Drive.
So in 1.6 miles, so that means I can remain, no, move over to the left lane, my back, so straight ahead. So in 1.5 miles, I'm going to be turning right. So it was safe what I just done, so I looked my left wing mirror. There wasn't anyone on my left hand side, and I was I'm looking to go ahead. But I want to get too close to this truck in front of me. I'm almost coming off the
Stay in the second lane from the right.
So second lane from the right. So I'm going to be taking this exit and then I'm going to remain to the right. So look your right mirror as well, because there's a junction here they're trying to join. So mirror, okay, so I'm going to stay in this lane, so continue straight on. Exit 25B. Out of the 2 lane, I need to be staying in this lane, but I'm going to be exiting the next one. So this is 25A, junction 25A, and then the next junction is going to be 25B.
Use the second lane from the right to take exit 25B towards La Jolla Village Drive.
So we're going towards La Jolla Village Drive. So this is my exit. Place myself over to the right.
Take the exit, then turn left onto Miramar Road towards La Jolla Village Drive. At the lights, use the left 2 lanes to turn onto Miramar Road towards La Jolla Village Drive.
So we're going to be moving over to the left lane. So there's 2 left lanes that will be going to the left. Yeah. So mirror, signal left.
Turn left.
Now, is it necessarily to use the signal? Yes, I do like signaling. So it reminds me, let other road users know that I'm going left. But according to the road marking, anyone that's in those 2 lanes, they're all going left. So I love signaling. There's nothing wrong with it. All 3 mirror checked, and going to proceed. So remain in my lane. So left, and where we are going from here. So
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
So left in the 3 lanes. So there's 1, 2, and 3.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn left.
La Jolla, yeah, crossroad. So. And a lot of their traffic light is placed right on top, so it's just quite nice. So you can see from a distance as well, far away, and yeah. So arrive at Westfield.
Stay in the 3rd lane from the left.
3rd lane from the left.
Go past these lights, then at the next set, turn left.
So we're going straight ahead. So the next set of traffic light, we're going to be turning left. So 2 lanes are going left, and then hopefully 3 lanes are going straight, with the far right lane that goes only right. And I can see a filter light ahead of us. So you got the red lights and you got the arrow to the right that's changing amber, amber, red, amber, then it disappeared. So yeah, so they also got filter light. That's amazing. So the best part driving in the USA is the roads are very massive. And I also noticed one thing as well, drivers are very friendly as well. I mean, no one is racing nobody. Everybody is being so kind to each other. Light is green. Going to check all mirrors and get myself ready so that I can proceed.
At the lights, turn left, then arrive at your destination.
So mirror, signal left. So I'm gonna stay in the right hand lane. So both lanes are going left. So we're gonna get there in the next 2 minutes. So literally we're here, I suppose. So back, so we can see a sign ahead, signal ahead. So we have to reduce the speed, and there's a traffic light ahead. So basically traffic light and signal is almost the same. So I'm going to stay in the left-hand lane.
In half a mile, turn left onto 10th Avenue.
The speed is 25, so everybody has to reduce. So where the sign starts is where you need to come down to 25. So if you go over the 25 speed, so you're probably going to get fined for it. So and traffic light is changing amber, red, and then coming to a stop at the advanced stop line. So for example, for those who wanted to turn right, for example here, it's not always the case that when the light is red, they don't have to wait till the light turns to become green, because there's no sign. Therefore, what they can do is they can peep and creep, but they need to look to the left for oncoming traffic. So if there isn't any oncoming traffic, then they can turn right safely and they can join the traffic. Like as you will see this car here on my right, so they look to the left, Oakley, and they start turning right, so that's fine. All three mirrors straight ahead. So there's a pedestrian in the middle of the road. She should have crossed at the zebra crossing, so I'm going to be moving over to the middle lane. Mirror signal left, move over slowly to the left, cancel the signal, and give a good following distance to the car in front of me. So as we can see, all three mirrors, and slow down the speed and look ahead of you. So there's a big sign on top of the traffic light. So there's about 1, 2, 3, 4 lanes. So I'm in the second lane from the left. That will take me straight ahead. Also the left, the lane on the left also does take me straight ahead, and perhaps I can also go left. Now the next set of traffic light, I'm going to be going straight ahead, which is a green light. And then here we can see a sign that is telling us
Go past these lights. Then at the next set, turn left.
All three mirrors come to stop at the advanced stop line. So the next sign on top of it, where the traffic light is above, is telling us this left, you're not allowed to turn, because it's sort of a no entry. So it's like no left turning, no entry. So the next set of traffic light, I'm going to be turning left. So there's no one on my left hand side, so I need to come back over to the left soon after the traffic light. All three mirrors, past the light. There's a car that's approaching very fast. I hold back. Mirror.
At the lights, turn left onto 10th Avenue. Then the destination is on your left.
So I'm literally staying in downtown, so that's where my hotel is. And it's nice, so everything is close by. Cinema wise, there's a bus, there's a train, the airport is close as well. Yeah, and I'm very happy and pleased being around the downtown area. So I'm going to be turning left. So the secondary line is red, but it doesn't apply to me. So I'm going to be turning left into the car park. Mirror signal left. There's a car that's parked up here. I don't know why he has parked so close.
The destination is on your left, 707 10th Avenue.
So I'm going to open the gate. So there's a line that I need to stop, which says stop behind the line as the gate opens. So it's just this line here, so I need a bit of a room for the gate to open. And then as I'm going down, I need to be very careful, because the car can also
Arrived.
come out as well, yeah? So I'm going to be moving a little bit over to the left, going look, and start steering to the right. And I'm going to be going towards the right, check left, check right, and turn move over to the right. And I'm going to be going one more down as well. I'm going to try to park at the basement. So you got to be very careful, because cars come out, cars go down, and cars come up. So these car parking here is very tight as well. But yeah, let's see. Let's find a parking slot, space. So I'm probably going to do one of the maneuver. So way around. I'm gonna go left here, look to the right, look to the left. Always keep looking because it's very important. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a reverse bay parking on the right hand side. So align my mirror with the bay line, going to do a full observation, all around check, and see all the way to the left, about 45-degree angle, and come to a stop. Select the gear into reverse, do a full observation, all good. And then there's a camera in this car as well, so you can make the use of the camera as well as all around checks. And there is another thing as well, even if you are struggling, you can also open your window and look outside as well. Yeah, but always be cautious and take your time, never rush. So I can see Bayline, I can see all good. Oh good, I'm in my lane. Just going to fix it up by steering nice and straight and finishing off as close as I can. That's it, and put it into parking mode. Turn off the engine. So here we are. So we arrived to the destination, and I'm literally outside my hotel, so I'm gonna leave my car here. There's a card that I got which I have to display. It's like a permanent card, like not permanent, it's like a temporary card, and you don't get fine or ticket whatsoever, and they will know that you've parked up and etc. So I hope you find this video very helpful and useful, even after doing the maneuver in United States, driving on the left hand side. I literally enjoyed. It feels so good. It feels fun as well. It's amazing. And I just decided to get an automatic car. Can't be bothered changing the gear. So although I like driving a manual car, but I just want to enjoy the view and everything. Can't be bothered changing gears. So yeah, for those who are looking to come to the States, so I would advise anyone to rent a car and to enjoy, drive around, travel wherever you want. I mean, the only thing is the distance are extremely far from each other, so it's not like in London. So if you wanted to go, let's say, from one place to another, you can get there very quickly and fast. So we got tube, we got train, we got tubes, we got the underground, we got the overground. But here it's very hard to find any train that will be going from one place to another. There are some buses, but there's a long waiting time as well. And most of the residents, the Americans, they all drive. I mean, the fuel is so affordable, it's not too expensive, and everybody drives, everybody got a car. And to get to places, you looking around 20 minutes, 15 minutes drive. So it's kind of worth it, because when you're behind the wheel, you don't have no problem to get to places, and at the same time you're enjoying the drive as well. But yeah, here we are. I literally having a fun being here in the States, and I'm thinking of coming back again on my break. And yeah, for those who wanted to come, my advice is do come and do enjoy. Thank you, and we'll see you hopefully the next time I'll come back. I'm gonna create more content. So